The tree in back of me over here, this big tree, I planted that, oh, probably about 1989 or 90. It would have been about 90. It was after Verna and I were married. We were married in December of '89. So this was planted in '90. It's Valkyrie, and it grows quite fast. It bears very well. Some people just think it's the greatest mango they ever ate. Well, I planted it for Verna's sake. But anyhow, the rate that it grows is such that it has to get trimmed. But if I trim it all when it needs trimming, I don't get the fruit the following year. So my procedure on here is to trim half one year and half the next year. Well, last year, after the fruit were off, I trimmed this side. And as you look around on this side, you won't see enough bloom to tell it. But on the other side, it's loaded with bloom. Now, when it's off, the fruit are off this year, that side will get cut back. And I won't touch this side because next year I expect to get fruit on this side.
Sure.
I don't know what to say about how a person trims.
No, that makes sense.
I will say this. When you can see how this side has got a lot of blooms. I don't see much fruit set because I don't know why there's not much fruit set. It might be that the temperature was too cold at the time they came out in bloom. But other varieties I have set very good. I don't know all the answers. But when you have fruit on it and you're picking the fruit, instead of just leaving the tree alone when you pick it, if you go back a few feet and cut back on each limb where you pick a fruit, cut back 2 or 3 feet at the time you pick the fruit. When your fruit harvest is done, your tree's trimmed. If you do it that way, you might be able to get by with.
Now, what if you do that, but there's still fruit on more of the tree? You could still cut that part back without affecting the rest of the fruit on the tree? Because some people say don't trim the tree until all the fruit's off. But you're saying if you pick the fruit
no, as the fruit ripen, as the fruit mature, go ahead and pick it.
Even if there's more fruit on the other parts
sure.
of the tree, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't affect the other fruit.
That's been my opinion.
Okay.
I mean, you're not cutting huge limbs off if you're pruning that way.